Our first reading is from the final chapter of the Gospel of Peter. Then the 11 disciples went to Galilee, to the mountain where Jesus had told them to go. Then Jesus came to them and said, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore go and make disciples of all nations. And surely I am with you always to the very end of the age." After saying this, he was taken up into a cloud while they were watching, and they could no longer see him. And Peter said, "Well, that was weird." And the disciples agreed. It was weird. But John said, "Did not our Lord say, 'I am ascending to my Father and your Father'?" And Peter said, "Did he?" And John said, "Yes, he did. And it's going to be in my book." "Wow," said Peter. "Jesus has been gone literally 10 seconds and you're already thinking book deals." And John said, "I will write it so that anyone who reads it may believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that by believing you may have life in his name." And Peter said, "Ugh, well, if you put it like that, I suppose it's fine." And the disciples remained on the Mount of Olives, singing hymns and praising God. Then Thomas said, "I doubted, but now I believe." And Peter said, "Yes, you doubted, and now you believe." And Thomas said, "Do you think anyone will remember that incident?" "Incident?" said Peter. "You know, in the locked room." "No," said everyone. "Hardly at all. Completely understandable. Jesus came back, you weren't there, you didn't believe us. Fingers in wounds, perfectly natural." "Oh, good," said Thomas. "Oh, I would hate for 3 years of exemplary service as a disciple and a possible future as an apostle to be completely ruined forever because of just 1 week-long crisis of faith." "Forget about it," said James. "It's not going to happen." Then John spoke. "That said, it does provide a useful set-piece scene that helps with the overall resurrection narrative. It certainly adds credibility to the gospel account." "Oh, great," said Thomas. "I haven't decided whether to use it or not," said John. "If you stitch me up," said Thomas, "and I'm referred to as unbelieving Thomas or faithless Thomas or what about doubting Thomas," said James. "Oh, that's good," said John. Not that I'm definitely using that in my book. Everything's very much up for grabs." "Why am I the doubting one?" said Thomas. "Peter denied Jesus 3 times. To a little girl." "She wasn't that little," said Peter. "Should have kept your head down," came a voice from the back. "And you are?" asked Peter. "Bartholomew," said Bartholomew. "Bartholomew," said Peter. "Bartholomew," said Bartholomew. "I'm a disciple." "Are you?" "Yes, in Mark, look it up. I just don't say much." "Nor me," said Thaddeus. "Ah!" said Peter. "Where did you come from?" Thomas wept. "Chin up," said Peter. "Did not our Lord himself say there's no such thing as bad publicity?" "No," said Thomas, "he didn't." "Well, remember the parable that Jesus told. How does it go? A king went on a long journey and he left 3 men to work in his vineyard. Or was it a wine press? Oh, that's right. The son fell in the wine press. No, that's not right. "I've got one," said Bartholomew. "A Pharisee, a priest and a Samaritan walk into a bar." "But this isn't helping," said Thomas. 2 men dressed in white stood beside them. One said to the other, "Jesus wants them to make disciples of all nations? Good luck with that." They walked away, shaking their heads. Here ends the reading. This is not the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Thank you very much.